With a man recently over in Gig Harbor, and he does a lot of work with individuals. I was talking to him about coming here to teach a class because he's retired military and a very interesting man, but he teaches people how to open up to higher guidance and hear it. And I asked him, his name is Robin, I said, Robin, how did you begin to recognize the voice of your higher guidance? He said, I remember it vividly. One day I was 7 years old and I was riding my bicycle. He said, I rode this path every day, all the time. It was a very familiar path. One day while I was riding my bicycle, he said, I literally felt everything inside of me say, turn right. And he said, I had a split second, but rather than question it, I turned my bicycle to the right. He said, in that very moment, a truck backed out in front of me through an alleyway that had been there the whole time, but I'd never seen a car passed. He said, in that instant, I realized had I not turned right, I would have been in the path of the truck. Robin said, as a man growing older, he said, I forgot it. Until years later, I reached a point of crisis in my life, and I cried out, wondering, is there a God? And he said, in my question of wondering, I remembered that voice. And something again inside of me said, the same wisdom, the same power, the same presence that guided you to turn right is always available to guide you to take this step, to take that step. So he said, I just started pretending that it was as available as my hands. And I began to commune with this guidance. And through the process, he opened up and learned how to follow and hear his guidance. Joseph had an encounter with an angel, as the story goes. Each of us have encounters with our guidance every day. The principle, the peace message, and the message of Joseph is, I will make no accusation. I will make no excuses. I will tell the truth. That's the first step in authentic, inspired living. The second step is, I will stay with this until I can allow love to help me respond. That I can respond in the most loving way with myself and with all involved as possible. And number 3, I will listen and pay attention to my guidance, even when it doesn't make sense. It's the inner nudges, it's the voice, it's that part of me that is guiding me in ways that transcend the rational mind. There's a woman that has a blog, and she calls herself the little Yoganini that could. Can I have that song, Cerny? I found this week, and I thought, what a beautiful recipe. A recipe for peace, for following your authentic guidance. She says, take one deep breath, mix 1 part emotion, 1 part wisdom, 1 part courage, and 1 part intuition. Stir gently and allow to simmer. And take another deep breath. Watch. Wait patiently. Listen intently. See what options bubble to the surface. Then use your God-given gift of free will, of choice. Take that deep breath. Our breath is always accessible. And we can always direct our awareness to our breathing. I have a little teeny Yorkie poo who's 3 pounds, 5 years old. And when she gets nervous, I pick her up and I take some deep breaths. And as I take deep, centering breaths, she calms down. Anyone who has held a crying child has noticed that. As you calm yourself, you become a center of calm for all that is around. Joseph is the aspect of our awareness that takes authentic, inspired action. Joseph is the part of us that is always keeping the truth alive, that is making choices that protect our capacity to give experience to the truth of who we are. When Joseph and Mary unite, it is as the rational mind and the intuitive mind coming together with the heart. That spirit, soul, and body coming together to hold the idea that you are a living Christed being, and to act from that idea. This week we set our intention to bring mindfulness to any ways that we're making accusations and excuses. And we love ourselves beyond that. And in doing so, we connect with that presence of love that truly transforms. And then we bring ourselves to a place of taking action and responding in ways that support our highest values and truth. So in this moment of silence, in your own way, connect with your capacity to take inspired, authentic action in the silence. And so we do give thanks and commit ourselves to be a presence of peace through actions of peace. Through evolving ourselves one step at a time, one loving thought at a time. And for this we are truly grateful. And so we bring our awareness back to this moment, and together we say, thank you, God. Thank you, God.